Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ultimate RTG, and in today's episode we've got the weekly breakdown, the last 10 games, because we're getting closer and closer to where we want to be at, that consistent Elite 1 finish. Now we have fallen short. We received a late loss to one of the most experienced pro players in Benedict Salsa, and I was left with frustration because I knew exactly where I went wrong and I just didn't change things up, and I'll explain why. But that is literally the worst thing, right? Coming up against a German player because supposedly they have a better connection because they're closer to the server. Believe that if you want to. Second of all, you don't want to play against like a mega team. Third, you don't want to come up against a pro, put them all together, German pro that's German, rest in peace. But no, he is obviously naturally a better player, and as the game went on, in the first 10 to 15 minutes, he was putting on really good pressure with his attackers, making it awfully uncomfortable for me to hold possession at the back because I was just trying to feel him out, see what was going on, how he was going to play against me. And then as the game went on, I settled down. I thought, screw it, I'm going to lose anyway, maybe. So push on and take the game to him, and I found an opening with Eden Hazard. He brought out his keeper like one of those fake runs and then just leaves him to go back in. Well, he was caught in no man's land. I chipped it with Eden Hazard. We were 1-0 up. Then it went on a little bit more in the first half, and I was able to get a second. He tried to catch me with an offside trap, didn't work. I played it across to Eden Hazard, finishes it. So 2 goals for Hazard, 2-0 up against a German player. Why am I still playing like I'm losing the game? You know, why didn't I switch to my defensive tactics? Because I'll tell you why. I'm not confident with the defensive-minded tactics that I've put together. It's just one of those that I'm using a 4-1-4-1, no real thought in it. And when I switch to that formation, more often than not, I feel like I'm going to concede rather than just using like my 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-2. The only 2 game plans that I actively use properly are attack-minded ones. I don't have anything that is going to really sit back, soak up the pressure, catch my opponents on the counter-attack. And that's exactly what I needed to do, because in the first half, in the 45th minute, he scored, well, what you could say a 45th minute goal. It was a dumbass volley with Neymar. He finds it. That was the turning point, because then as soon as the second half started, he caught the kickoff. So he's been really given like the back-to-back cheesy goals, 45th minute, kickoff, nothing that I could do, and then that's just changed the course of the game. He later goes on to win it. So that's where I'm going wrong. I need, well, my 2 attack-minded formations, I like 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2. But now I need to get better and know when to switch. If I'm 1 or 2 goals up in a game against naturally the better player, that's when we're gonna go into more of a defensive sit-back tactic, hold possession if we need to, and play on like the time as well. This is all of the things that I'm not doing, and I think it's because I stream, and I'm being genuine. Like I don't play for possession, I don't pass it around the back, because personally, if I'm watching that myself, it's boring. Maybe for one weekend, you know, which is the ultimate team in the season. Let's see, you know, let's sort out our tactics during the week with like maybe a possession tactic or just low players inside the box. Go 2-0 up in these games and kill the game off. You know, don't give our opponents any opportunity to catch us on the counterattacks, because we don't need to, because they're going to have to push up themselves and we're going to be able to catch them on the counters and get more goals anyway. So this is something that I've taken a lot of experience away from this loss. It could be a little bit too late in the FIFA cycle, but for FIFA 20, I am going to take it upon myself to play better players like during the week, arrange games against possibly pros or just top 100 players and get into the high divisions and stay there. Like I don't want to look for easier games like that. That's what I tend to do sometimes, like go into the draft just so it's a little bit more casual. There's nothing casual about FIFA 19 and FIFA 20, you know. It's still going to be an absolute grind, and we need to be at the top of our game, so it is basically acting as a casual game because we're just better than most of the players that we're facing. That's where I want to be at, because right now I'm not. I'm just grinding out these games like you guys are, and it's very, very difficult. But 25 wins with 1 game in hand, awesome. And with the new signing that we did make, which was Marquinhos in the defense, I've sold him on for like 490,000 or so. I'll show you that in a second. That's really because I want to free up the coins for those upgrades, and I'll speak about that in a second. But with the way this man played, I didn't notice the lack of height, honestly. His jumping was incredible. He was pretty good with his feet. He was making tackles, and for us to finish, well, possibly like we could have got 26 wins with someone that is completely new to our defense that I haven't really used any of his other versions. He stepped up, and for the price, it's well worth it. Give him a go. Now with these upgrades, as I've been clearing out the club, I've bought a lot of players. I'm not streaming tonight, so on Tuesday I can get a massive pack opening ready, unless they change the requirements. And this is what people are worried about, because in the Liga 1 there are a lot of these team of the seasons that their standard version is a non-rare. So if you're opening up the non-rare packs, chances are you might pull a blue. So as EA are EA, they might ask for a little bit more, maybe a certain rating, or, you know, I hope they don't, because the game's dead anyway. Let us enjoy ourselves. If they don't, then trust me, we're going to have a lot of packs. We're going to clear out the club and really use any high rated untradables and put that into Hullet. So as we go on with the pack opening, even like the blue team of the seasons that we don't typically want to use, they're all going to be submitted into Hullet. So hopefully we're going to be unlocking Ruin Hullet, packing blues, Neymar, Mbappe. Well, I don't really want Mbappe. Neymar, that'd be sick. And then Our got released yesterday, and his card looks fantastic. One of the most well-rounded players for a middle cam position, because you've got the best of both, right? You have the attacking, the dribbling, the finishing, and I really did enjoy that Future Star card a couple of patches ago. And then what he's offering is the defensive stats as well. The only other player that resembles that is Team of the Year Modric, and I like that, you know, high up the pitch, closing your opponents down, interceptions, and Our is only about like 500,000. And then if you've got untradables, and I know a lot of you guys are doing him, and he gets, what is it, a triple link into Mendy, he gets a strong link into Mbappe, you've got Vieira to link up. Like, he could well get into our starting 11, and it's only asking for 3 squads. So possibly, like, the aim is after Thursday, depending on what we get, Our, Hullet, and maybe a massive blue that we pull. Am I in dreamland? Possibly, but that's what I want right now. And if we do get Our, who is going to replace, who is he going to replace in our starting 11? Because Goretzka is top tier right now. I think he is, like, actually top tier with the way he plays. Is he going to replace, Goretzka? Because he's not going to be replacing Patrick Vieira. Do I want to try him as maybe a middle cam? But I'm going on right now without even unlocking him. So, yeah, hold off a little bit, because we might not get him. I don't know how he plays. Is he really that good? The one stat that I don't like the look of is the shot power. How has that affected the card? If you've got him already and you're enjoying him, let me know in the comment section. But we did go and unlock one of those team of the season guarantee packs yesterday. I think this was for the American players. There's American players, the Argentinian players. We got the goalkeeper, awful. I was hoping for Lisandro Lopez, and that's another player that I have sold on just to free up coins. Lisandro Lopez would have been nice, but we got some random goalkeeper that's going to be stuck into an SBC on Tuesday for the Liga 1. So everything's happening on Tuesday, really. We've got loads of packs, we've got guarantee SBCs, and I'm just hoping that FIFA 20, you know, they change the meta. They really do, because I'm not a big crosser. And I keep thinking about this, right? If they just have it so it's focused on passing and build-up play, and then even if the game is like slow, we can change our tactics to be a little bit more narrow and build up slightly quicker. Maybe the 4-1-2-1-2 formation will take over again if that is the case. Who knows what's going to be overpowered. I'm looking forward to FIFA 20 though, because there are a lot of problems with this game, but we're still grinding, and I still want that top 100 finish on the RTG. But hopefully you have enjoyed the breakdown. Let's go back to the team and see what's going on. So just so you guys know exactly where we finished, 25 wins, Elite 2 secured, 1 game to spare. And I wasn't going to continue playing because there isn't really much of a difference between these 2 ranks, 30,000 coins, but I'm pleased that I did. And I can only speak for myself, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the connection was pretty consistent. Apart from like a few odd games that just didn't feel nice to play, it has been good. And especially on the Friday, for 3 weeks running now, I haven't had an issue, and I'm on Virgin Media. And I wonder if EA have done like a soft patch and they're trying to take like live feedback, because a lot of other people are complaining about terrible connection. What is it like for you? Have you noticed like an increase, or maybe it's got worse? Interesting. Maybe they have started to try and figure out a way to fix the connection issues for FIFA 20. It's only a positive, right? But what I've been doing on the account is buying a load of rares. Loads of them are duplicates for the Liga 1 upgrades. I'm preparing the club. I'm not going to go too crazy with these though, because I figured out, right, that they're going to be a lot of players, the Team of Season Blues, that will be packed from the standard upgrades, you know, as it requires just non-rares, because a lot of those players in the starting 11, I think I spoke about this when we were going through the breakdown, a lot of those Team of the Seasons, like 7 or 8 of them, their standard cards on the game are non-rares, so you're going to be able to get them. So I'm going to invest like 700,000 into probably non-rares. So on Tuesday, the pack opening will be live on stream, and on Wednesday we'll have huge highlights, and I'm hopeful for some really, really big blues. But boys, that's where I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like, and hopefully you did do well in the weekend league, and I will see you on the next one. Team out. Peace.